November 2023 movies. Welcome movie enthusiasts to another exciting month in the world of cinema. As we step into November 2023, we've got a fantastic lineup of films coming your way. So grab your popcorn and get ready to explore the stories, genres, and adventures that await. Let's dive right into it. Coming out Wednesday, November 1st, 2023, Locked In, a romantic crime thriller pitting unhappy newlywed Lena against her rich, cold-hearted mother-in-law Catherine. An affair sets off a chain reaction that will result in a love triangle, a murder, and plot to bring Lena down. But who is the real victim and who can Lena trust? Hurricane season, a group of teens finds a corpse floating in a canal and the whole village investigates the murder. Wing women, tired of life on the run, two expert thieves and best friends recruit feisty Sam to assist them with one last job unlike any they've done before. Coming out Friday, November 3rd, 2023, what happens later? The movie reunites Willa and Bill, former lovers at an airport during a snowstorm. While Willa remains carefree, Bill is reevaluating life post-divorce. As they rekindle their connection, conflicting memories of their past cast doubt on their future. Priscilla. This film will be about the love story of Priscilla Bowley and Elvis Presley. Glisten and the Merry Mission follows a young elfling Marzipan and her mother Cinnameg as Marzipan must believe in the magic of the season as she goes on the adventure of a lifetime to rediscover the enchanted snow deer named Glisten and save Christmas. The pursuit of their merry mission is aided by a colorful cadre of reindeer and elves, including the wise sage Evergreen. Divinity. Two mysterious brothers abduct a mogul during his quest for immortality. Meanwhile, a seductive woman helps them launch a journey of self-discovery. The Marsh King's Daughter follows Helena, a woman living a seemingly ordinary life but hiding a dark secret within, that her father is the infamous Marsh King, the man who kept her and her mother captive in the wilderness for years. After a lifetime of trying to escape her past, Helena is forced to face her demons when her father unexpectedly escapes from prison. The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti plays a universally disliked teacher at the prep school Barton Academy. The Kill Room. The movie will be about a hitman, his boss, an art dealer, and a money laundering scheme gone awry. Squealer, a terrifying thriller inspired by real events. When young women begin to disappear across a small town, a police officer and a street-smart social worker follow clues to a remote pig farm and discover the local butcher has been bringing his work home. Enter the world of a serial killer and experience the blood-curdling horror of a film bound to take your breath away. Sly. For nearly 50 years, Sylvester Stallone has entertained millions with iconic characters and blockbuster franchises, from Rocky to Rambo to The Expendables. This retrospective documentary offers an intimate look at the Oscar-nominated actor, writer, director, producer, paralleling his inspirational underdog story with the indelible characters he has brought to life. Naiad. The movie will be about a biopic on marathon swimmer Diana Naiad. Project C. A group of film students take 3 out-of-work actors to an old motel in the mountains to make zombie films. When a mysterious asteroid crashes nearby, strange things begin to happen, blurring the line between fiction and reality. The undead have seemingly began attacking the crew, and they must fight for their lives, or is it a part of their story? Fingernails. Anna increasingly suspects that her relationship with her longtime partner may not actually be the real thing. In an attempt to improve things, she secretly embarks on a new assignment working at a mysterious institute designed to incite and test the presence of romantic love in increasingly desperate couples. Helens Dead follows the story of Addie, who after a terrible breakup with her boyfriend goes to confront her best friend about cheating allegations and accidentally steps into a murder scene. Quiz Lady. A brilliant but tightly wound, game show-obsessed young woman Anne and her estranged train wreck of a sister Jenny must work together to help cover their mother's gambling debts. When Anne's beloved dog is kidnapped, they set out on a wild, cross-country trek to get the cash the only way they know how, by turning Anne into a bona fide game show champion. Aldertrode's Taste of Salt. Tender caresses and enveloping embraces are portals into the life of Mac, a black woman in Mississippi. Winding through the anticipation, love, and heartbreak she experiences from childhood to adulthood, the expressionist journey is an ode to connection with loved ones and with place. Touch the Water. When a young intern at a local senior day center challenges Daisy, an accomplished elderly Native American woman, to dream big, she reevaluates her old frail body yet still strong youthful mind and sets out on a stirring quest to fulfill a lifelong desire. Coming out Monday, November 6, 2023, Christmas at the Holiday Inn, a family-friendly, multi-generational romantic comedy about an overachieving executive who quits her job just before Christmas and goes to her father's country inn to try to find some balance again. Coming out Tuesday, November 7, 2023, Polaris. Set in the frozen world of a post-apocalyptic 2144, a young warrior girl raised by a polar bear must fight to survive after she is captured and escapes from a brutal rival tribe. Ghosts of the Void. Jen and Tyler once had it all: a strong marriage, a nice home, and promising careers. But as Tyler's drinking problem escalates and his writer's block persists, unrelenting debt collectors push them out of their home and into their car. Stressed, exhausted, and overwhelmed, they seek refuge in a vacant lot for the night. However, their rest is disturbed by homeless passersby, mischievous kids, and eventually ominous mask-wearing strangers. Love virtually. In a metaverse-dominated world, 4 couples embark on comically extreme quests to find true love in the virtual realm. Love Virtually is a satirical rom-com set in a retro-futuristic metaverse era, featuring a blend of live-action and 3D animation. The film delves into the absurdity of our reality and the path we're headed on, while exploring profound questions. How does a celebrity discover genuine love in a digital world? Is it infidelity if it's in VR? And is it still considered cheating if it involves an AI? Lion Girl tells the story of survivors of a meteor shower who are left to defend themselves against each other and monsters known as Anurok who hunt and kill human beings for their life force. Coming out Friday, November 10, 2023, The Marvels centers on Captain Marvel, an Air Force pilot whose DNA is fused with that of an alien, giving her superhuman strength and the ability to fly. It's a wonderful knife. A year after saving her town from a psychotic killer on Christmas Eve, Winnie Carruthers' life is less than wonderful, but when she wishes she'd never been born, she finds herself in a nightmare parallel universe and discovers that without her, things could be much worse. Now the killer is back, and she must team up with the town misfit to identify the killer and get back to her own reality. Your lucky day, a dispute over a winning lottery ticket turns into a deadly hostage situation. Journey to Bethlehem follows Mary and Joseph's life, where they journey to Bethlehem for the birth of Jesus. The Great Turkey Town Miracle. Connor McLeod, the widowed DJ, loses his job as the radio station is sold. With 2 high school daughters and limited job opportunities, he encounters Ethan, a homeless man. Eventually, he's hired by a homeless shelter as a procurement director tasked with securing 4,000 turkeys for needy families on Thanksgiving. A miracle seems the only way to succeed. Walden Dean is a stenographer in a small southern town whose mind has witnessed all types of injustices in the courtroom. After discovering he has a terminal illness, the repressed anger deep within him surfaces, taking justice into his own hands in the most gruesome ways imaginable. Chair. A man awakens alone, stripped of all possessions, trapped in a bare room. Aided solely by a primitive computer, he fights to survive in a new existence where entertainment is the only currency, and discover who imprisoned him, why, and if there is any possibility of escape. Out of the Darkness. The Scof family's journey from 1943 to 1945 in Denmark during the struggle for freedom. Axel, part of the resistance movement, evolves from idealist to a committed partisan. Meanwhile, Carl faces challenges to preserve his life's work amid a collapsing government. The family's survival, both during and after the war, strains their relationships, particularly Eva's struggle with her husband's collaboration with occupying forces. The growing opposition to the occupation and heightened brutality lead to fatal consequences for the family. Kane explores the story of Benny, caught in a gang war between a crime boss and a rival leader. He questions his loyalty and potential betrayal. Showdown at the Grand. A proud movie theater celebrates action star turned recluse Claude Luc Hallyday with a career retrospective. However, when real estate developers threaten to disrupt the event, 2 new friends take on corporate greed to defend art. Starring Terrence Howard, John Savage, Amanda Rigetti, and Dolph Lundgren. Rumble Through the Dark. A cage fighter seeks to repay his debts to a local mob boss in a final desperate attempt to salvage his family home. There's Something in the Barn, a horror Christmas comedy that combines gore and hilarity. The Dirty South. Sue Parker fights to save her family's failing business from her neglectful father. A charming drifter offers hope, but their plan to protect the business takes a dark turn leading to lawlessness and deadly consequences. The Killer. After a fateful near-miss, an assassin battles his employers and himself on an international manhunt he insists isn't personal. Dream Scenario. Hapless family man Paul Matthews finds his life turned upside down when millions of strangers suddenly start seeing him in their dreams. But when his nighttime appearances take a nightmarish turn, Paul is forced to navigate his newfound stardom in this wickedly entertaining comedy. Coming out Monday, November 13, 2023, The Ladybird Diaries. Lady Bird Johnson's personal audio diaries from inside the White House. History as it happened. The powerful and award-winning new documentary from acclaimed filmmaker Don Porter. Wickedly evil. After an audacious robbery goes awry, a group of criminals lay low in the remote Irish countryside with a female hostage. With one of their number missing and another bleeding to death, the gang's problems continue to mount as they learn that wickedly evil things can happen in the middle of nowhere. Coming out Tuesday, November 14, 2023, Monster Nado. A tornado infested with prehistoric monsters has formed in the Bermuda Triangle and is making its way towards land. Megalodon, pterodactyls, giant octopuses, crocodiles, and more attack now. The city must fight to survive against these deadly creatures. Coming out Friday, November 17, 2023, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, a Hunger Games prequel that takes place decades before Katniss Everdeen's adventures. Thanksgiving. A killer makes his own carving board out of the inhabitants of a town that makes a big annual fuss over the annual Turkey Day. Trolls Band Together, a third installment in the animated Trolls franchise. Poppy and Branch are back in action. Next Goal Wins, an underdog story that follows the national football team of American Samoa and their coach, Thomas Rongan, as they try to transform from perennial losers into champions. Maxine's Baby, the Tyler Perry story, documentary about writer, actor, filmmaker, studio head, and media titan Tyler Perry. Saltburn, the story centers on a grand aristocratic English family. May-December, 20 years after their notorious tabloid romance gripped the nation, a married couple buckles under the pressure when an actress arrives to do research for a film about their past. Fallen Leaves follows Alma Poisty and Jussi Vatanen, two lonely souls who chance upon each other in Helsinki one night. They embark on a quest to find their first and truest love, but their journey is hindered by obstacles like alcoholism, lost contacts, and life's challenges. Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Fogy Mountain. John Goodman narrates the comical journey of three childhood friends turned co-workers, Ben, Martin, and John. They face hairless bears, quirky park rangers, and a hypocritical cult leader while searching for a priceless treasure. Conan O'Brien makes a cameo as Ben's dad. This film is a wild ride. It's a comedic adventure you won't want to miss. Ristin tells the story of charismatic gay civil rights activist Bayard Ristin, who overcame an onslaught of obstacles and altered the course of American history by organizing the 1963 March on Washington. Coming out Tuesday, November 21, 2023, Leo. Adam Sandler stars in this animated musical comedy about a jaded classmate. Leo, a 74-year-old lizard. Stuck in a Florida classroom with his terrarium mate Turtle, Leo plans to escape as he faces his last year of life. However, he becomes embroiled in the antics of his anxious students and a challenging substitute teacher. Leo's journey turns into a unique and rewarding bucket list adventure. Bye Bye Barry. Bye Bye Barry is the long-awaited documentary film that reveals in intimate detail the unprecedented journey of Barry Sanders. One of the giants of the sport, Sanders displayed a style and flair that has never been duplicated. Bye Bye Barry, the definitive first-hand account of Barry Sanders' remarkable life story. Coming out Wednesday, November 22, 2023, Wish. A young reader is transported into the mystical world of his favorite, a series of fantasy books. Napoleon Bonaparte swiftly, ruthlessly climbs to emperor. He has an addictive and often volatile relationship with his wife and one true love, Josephine. Maestro explores the life of the legendary composer and conductor Leonard Bernstein. Leave the World Behind. Two families strangers to each other are forced together on a long weekend gone terribly wrong. Monster. Little Minato starts behaving strangely, raising questions about what a monster truly is. His mother, sensing something is amiss, discovers a teacher's role in her son's behavior and seeks answers at the school. The story unfolds from the perspectives of the mother, teacher, and child, gradually revealing the truth. Coming out Thursday, November 23, 2023, The Naughty Nine. Andy, a 5th grader known for mischief, discovers he's on Santa's naughty list when he receives no gifts on Christmas morning. Feeling unjustly treated, he assembles a team of fellow naughty listers for a North Pole heist to claim their gifts. Along the way, they realize the true spirit of Christmas is about giving, prompting them to confront Santa and make things right. Coming out Friday, November 24, 2023, Do Justice. Former Marine Max experiences a devastating loss when his beloved wife and daughter are brutally murdered in a cold-blooded act of violence. Consumed by grief and driven by revenge, Max embarks on a relentless mission to hunt down those responsible. Smoke Sauna Sisterhood. Women share their innermost secrets and intimate experiences inside an Estonian smoke sauna. Cleansing their bodies and baring their souls, they embrace the healing power of sisterhood. Anaheim's Sundance-winning documentary celebrates the centuries-old smoke sauna tradition, recognized on the UNESCO representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Billion Dollar Babies. A feature-length documentary unveils the remarkable story of the Cabbage Patch Kids, delving into the origin dispute and more. From the ingenious marketing strategy in a North Georgian town where kids adopted the dolls, to the business deal that sparked retail pandemonium, the film explores the highs, lows, and enduring legacy of the Cabbage Patch Kids. There you have it, folks. A sneak peek into the diverse array of movies gracing the screens this November. Whether you're a fan of romance, suspense, family adventures, or heartwarming tales, there's something for everyone. Don't forget to mark your calendars for these release dates and be sure to share your thoughts and anticipation for these films in the comments below. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy movie watching!